Hi, this is Tiff Howie from Sunseeker Brokerage showing you one of our latest listings. We're here in the gorgeous Vilamoura Marina and we're going to take a look at a 2009 Fairline Targa 47. So please take a look with me. So let's start on the transom. Here on the back we've got this gorgeous teak flooring laid into the bathing platform, and that extends all the way up into the cockpit and the side decks as well. You've got a huge tender garage in here, which we'll show you in a bit more detail shortly. You've got a transom ladder underneath a handy fold-out system there, and shore power supply just on that starboard side. Also, huge sunpad at the back here, as well as an additional one at the front, which we'll show you a little bit later. We're here in the tender garage, and as you can see, it's massive. So this has got enough room for a Williams 285. It's got a tender roller recovery system at the very front, so you literally hook your tender on, push a button, and that pulls it up nice and easy. You've got this handy roller down here as well, so getting in and out of here with your tender is going to be a dream. There is a remote on the right hand side, and this whole unit here is electric on hydraulic, so you literally press a button in the cockpit and this comes up and down as you like. Also then, just on the port side, you've got a hydraulic passerelle, telescopic in there, so that's going to come out to help you with mooring, getting on and off the boat. And then on the starboard side, just ahead of your transom ladder, you've got a hatch that opens up here for easy access to your whole engine bay, which is just further forward. Let's take a look in the cockpit. So something that this particular model is known for is the vast amount of space in the cockpit area, and you can see that just ahead of us. So you've got this lovely U-shaped seating area here, which is very spacious. You've got a table in here, which as it sits at the moment is a drinks table configuration, and then that pulls out easily, and you've got a full alfresco dining table here. Moving over to starboard, you've got full wet bar configuration. So under this hatch here, on hydraulic arms, you've got an electric grill, a sink built into here, isotherm refrigerator, and then in here an ice maker as well. And then just ahead of this hatch you've got another hatch that opens up, and in there you've got a drain blocker, so if you wanted to fill that with ice and put more beverages in, you've got plenty of room in there. It's a very social boat, ideal for entertaining and relaxing with your friends and family. And let's move forward a little bit more and check out the rest of this huge cockpit. So you've got co-pilot seating, which you could easily fit 3 people on here, but it also doubles as a sun lounger. So the backrest built in, you can lay on here quite comfortably as you're going along. And then over on starboard you've got the helm position. So this whole cockpit is pretty light anyway, due to the nice open back as well as a skylight built into the actual hardtop. But another huge feature is the electric opening sunroof, and we've got this half open at the moment. So that is literally touch of a button and that opens and closes as you wish. At the helm position you've got tons of visibility. Even without this sunroof open, you can see quite clearly through windscreens and side windows. You've also got an option, this is quite clever, to have this come down and this makes a bolster for your feet. So you can sit in there, you can stand up on there, look right over the windscreen, and full visibility of where you're going. Let's move this back up. So in terms of instrumentation, pretty much everything you're ever going to need for navigating. I've got the Marina chart plotter in there. This was new in 2017, so that's pretty modern equipment. You've got the Marina depth and speed gauges, you've got the autopilot, you've got bow and the stern thruster, which is very, very useful for when you're mooring. You can just move your back and your front ends in and out as you wish. Full instrumentation in terms of your rev gauges, your engine checks, so engine oil temperature, everything you're going to need in there. VHF radio and its EVC control, so electric start on those engines. Let's take a look in the accommodation. We've walked down the steps into the main accommodation area now, and you'll notice that the large amount of space outside is also mirrored inside. Something done really well with this particular model. So let's have a look in here. So you'll notice the really lovely dark rich wood colour used in here, and that ties in really nicely with the lighter linings used in some other lighter details around as well, so it never feels too dark, but just gives a lovely richness to the interior of this boat. Galley is over on the port side, which is just here. You've got a 2-burner electric hob in here. You've got some stainless built into there, so if you're cooking on there with hot plates, you can sit them on there without having any issues. 2 sinks in here, so stainless steel, hot and cold mixer tap, a sharp combination microwave oven, and then really large fridge freezer built into here, so tons of space in there. You can spend quite a long time on this boat. And one thing done really nicely on this model is the huge amount of storage. So you've got storage built into the top panels here all along. You've got storage on this back section that lifts up. More storage all underneath here. Cutlery drawer built into there. And a waste unit built into here. And nicely underneath the actual floor as well is a lift up section on hydraulic arm with 2 additional lockers. And then we will move further around to the rest of the area here. So we move from wooden floor onto lovely light carpet. You've got this lovely C-shaped seat in here, which is leather and really comfortable. More storage built into the tops here. Your electrics panel is just forward of me there, so at the back of the seating. TV units and entertainment underneath here. And then additionally, as well as the first underfloor storage locker, you've got a second one here on hydraulic arm, which is even bigger. And this whole section actually will lift out, so it gives you full access to the bilges underneath. And then the last bit in this section is the actual stairs coming down to the accommodation, lift up on hydraulic as well, and there's more storage underneath there. But let's take a look in the master cabin. The master cabin is located at the very fore of the boat, and we're inside here now. So you've got this lovely island bed in the centre, lots of room for walk around. The boat has full air conditioning as well as generator, and you have additional aircon sections to control in each cabin, so you can turn your aircon up full in here, but if your guests in the second cabin don't want it, they don't have to have that on. And it also will work when you're not plugged into shore power out at sea as well with the generator. You've got lovely skylight built into there, and this has blind and insect guard, so you can pull whichever section you like over. Reading lights built into the back sections of the headrest, as well as loads of storage in these really handy panels all along the top on both sides. There's a full hanging locker over on the starboard side, as well as a television mounted onto the wall, and more storage underneath the bed as well. Again, the wood colour in here matches lovely with the light linings and the light carpets, and it all just looks like a real luxury to stay on board this boat. Let's move into the ensuite now. So this opens up, and then we walk forward. You've got an electric WC which goes to black water tank and also has sea discharge as well. You've got mirror built into here and behind us as well, which has more storage. Sink built here, and then extra storage underneath. And really nicely, the shower actually has a separator, so you pull this section over, and then if you're showering in here, number one, it's nice and private, and number two, it's going to keep the rest of your heads nice and dry. The second cabin is located pretty much directly underneath the cockpit, and again a lovely light area. So you've got these 2 bunks in here, single beds on each side, reading lights built into the back of the head panel there, and 2 windows into the side deck as well, so that's going to let in lots of natural light. Handily as well, under here is full access to all of your fuses. So if you need to get in there and look at any of your electrics, it's all there and very, very easy to access. There is CD player in here, and also again air conditioning can be controlled from this cabin, so you can have different climates in each area. TV built onto the wall here, a huge hanging locker over on the port side as well as drawers underneath, and then really lovely touch, this cabin also has its own ensuite. So when we move forward, You've got a very similar setup in here as the other ensuite, with electric WC to black water tank. You've got the sink, lots of storage built in, a nice window in there, so again lots of natural light. And then this door again for the shower will close, and that's going to give you privacy and practicality for this lovely ensuite. We step down now into the engine room. So two accesses to this engine room. One is from the starboard aft side of the bathing platform, and another from the main cockpit underneath the flooring. So you've got everything you need in here with easy access. You can see the Volvo D9 engines there. They're 575 horsepower a piece. Each side of these engines you've also got pretty large 700 litre fuel tank, so over 1400 litres total. Come round to the port side. You can see the Seafire safety system just there, and then the Onan 9 kilowatt generator, and that's a useful piece of equipment. It means that you can run electrics when you're not plugged into shore power. So for instance your air conditioning, you can run that when you're not plugged in. And then on the other side of this there is extra equipment including water heater, which is calorifier and immersion. But generally very nice clean engine room with lots of access to do your maintenance and your engine checks. So now the last section for us to take a look at is the very bow of the boat, and this again is a really light, social, spacious area. Huge sunpads at the front here, so you can spend a lot of time here relaxing. Stainless steel fender baskets on each side, which are really handy when you're coming in and out of moorings. Practicality, pick your fenders up, pop them in there, and vice versa. Electric anchor winch at the front of the boat, and this actually has a remote control for that as well. And then storage built into that side there for extra ropes. It's just really a fantastic boat. We really appreciate you watching. Obviously any questions or comments you have, please feel free to leave them in the comments section and we will be very happy to answer. But thank you for watching this video and really hope you enjoyed.